Hey guys, so today I am finishing up my battery system by installing a battery monitor by LiTime. Whoops, I mispronounced it. It's LiTime. So this is going to tell me how much battery I actually have left, just really accurate stats. So first thing I have to do is get to the batteries and make some plans. So I'm going to actually try to lift up my whole bed so I can actually get to these. So first thing I have to do is take off my struts. And now I can loosen these bolts that are just held on by wing nuts. Wing nuts and a rubber washer, which is getting kind of dry and cracked out. So this is the diagram that came in the user manual. Basically, the shunt needs to go in between the negative wire coming off the battery, with a red positive wire going to the positive terminal on the battery. But my setup is a little different, since I have multiple batteries going to bus bars. So I have the negative cables coming off of each battery going to the one post labeled B, and the post labeled P, I have a wire going to my bus bar, the negative bus bar, and the little green box in the middle says B+, and I have that wire going to my positive bus bar. So I need to have my two black wires from the battery come to this side that says B, and then the side that says P, I'm going to have a wire going from that to my bus bar. So I'm going to have these two wires go there, and then one wire here go to there, and then one of the red wires is going to come over to the red bus bar. So I disconnected my solar panels, then I disconnected my power with this circuit breaker and this circuit breaker here. So I don't have many options to mount this shunt here. I think my best option is here, but I'm going to have to cut this little tab off, I think. So I have my two wires from my two batteries coming here, and then this wire is coming out and going to my bus bar, and this is gauge 2 wire. Since it's going to be carrying the power for 2 batteries, it needs to be a larger gauge wire. And this is the cable for the monitor screen. It just plugs in here. Okay, I think I have everything done, so let's hook it back up, see if anything blows up. Okay, and my light. Wow, I wonder if it's going to be that bright all the time. The screen has very limited options for how to mount it. It's really meant to install like into a wall. So I don't have a wall. So I used some mirror attachments. So you can adjust the brightness of it by pressing this little light button. There are a whole bunch of parameters to set, and to get these numbers, I just looked directly in the battery manual, and it had numbers for all these parameters. So I have my solar panels on my roof going, as well as my fridge, and I just used my rice cooker to make some dinner. So my battery is down a little bit, but it's showing me that I'm pulling in more watts with my solar panel than I am using with my fridge because it's positive. So time to full is 2 hours and 49 minutes. So that's pretty cool. So even though my solar panel might be bringing in, say, 100 watts, 70 watts is going to the fridge, and the leftover watts it's showing me is 20 or 30 watts, and that's what's actually going back into the battery and charging it back up. Well, now that my battery monitor is installed, my electric project is officially finished, and I'm so relieved. But it has been the best upgrade to the van. Oh my gosh. I just went on a big week-long trip in the mountains, and it was just awesome to have all the power I need. This monitor is really great. I love that I can just look at it and know immediately what's going on. And actually, this alerted me to a problem that I was having. I was in the sun and no solar was going in, and it turned out one of the wires had came out of my solar controller. There's like these screws that hold them into the solar controller, and they rattled loose on a dirt road. So one of my wires had come out, and I knew it immediately with this monitor. And the other great thing is I could fix it, which felt awesome that I knew how it worked. So that was really, empowering that I could fix it myself. So this is like the finishing touch on my big 3 project month. If you haven't seen my videos, I put in my electrical system, I mounted my solar panel, and I flat mounted my Starlink. So it's been a huge project month. It's so awesome to have it all done. And this is like the little cherry on top. So if you want to check out this monitor, or if you want to build a system like I have with these big batteries, LiTime is having a huge sale right now. Almost everything on the website's like 35% off, I think. So it's a great time to get a battery system if you're interested in that. It's only going to go for another week. You can use my code MCG and get an additional 3% off. So just click the link below if you want to find out more about that sale. They do have an interesting mini 100 amp battery that looks like it's worth checking out. And they also have some batteries that are self-heating. So if you go to some cold areas, you might want to check that out. All right, guys, well, hit the green circle to subscribe, and I'll see you later.